Stop waiting. Stop convincing yourself that the perfect moment is coming. The truth? That moment doesn't exist. You won't feel ready. You won't feel prepared. You might feel scared, doubtful, or completely overwhelmed. And that's exactly why you need to start now. Because progress doesn't wait for your confidence to catch up. It begins the moment you take action. Every step you take before you feel ready builds momentum, confidence, and skill. Things you can't get from thinking, planning, or wishing. Section 1. The myth of readiness. We've been taught to wait. Wait until we have more knowledge, more money, more experience. Wait until we feel confident, until everything feels perfect. But here's the brutal truth. No one ever feels 100% ready. Every successful person you admire, they started before they felt ready. They fumbled, they failed, they learned, but they moved forward anyway. Because ready is not a feeling. Ready is a decision. It's the decision to act, even when fear is whispering, "Not yet." Section 2. Why starting before you're ready works. Think about it. Action creates momentum. Confidence comes from doing, not thinking. When you start, you uncover what works and what doesn't. You learn faster. You grow stronger with each step. Waiting for readiness? That's like standing on the dock, staring at the water, hoping the waves will push you in. You have to jump. You have to take the plunge. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. Yes, you will doubt yourself. Yes, you might even fail. But discomfort is the training ground of growth. Fear is not a barrier. It's a sign that you're moving in the right direction. Section 3. Small actions, big impact. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to take one small step. Write the first line of your book. Send the first email. Do the first workout. Open that blank page. Make that first call. Take that first step. One small action sparks another. One decision triggers momentum. Before you know it, you've built something that never would have existed if you'd waited for the right moment. Remember, a tiny step today beats a perfect plan tomorrow. Progress compounds, and it only starts when you start. Section 4. Overcoming fear and doubt. Fear is natural. Doubt is inevitable. Here's the secret. They don't go away when you wait. They go away when you act. Every time you start before you feel ready, you prove to yourself that fear isn't a stop sign. It's a compass. It shows you where growth is waiting. Every successful person has felt fear, hesitation, and insecurity. The difference is, they acted anyway. They stumbled, fell, and got back up stronger. Because courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite fear. The first step is the hardest, but it's also the one that changes everything. Section 5. The power of imperfect action. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need perfect conditions. Perfection is a trap that keeps you frozen in the shadows of your own potential. Action, even messy action, is always better than waiting. Each imperfect attempt teaches you something invaluable. Every mistake builds experience. Every failure builds resilience. When you start before you feel ready, you give yourself the gift of learning in motion. And that learning is what turns dreams into reality. Section 6. The AspireQuest Challenge. So today, I challenge you. Pick one thing you've been avoiding because you aren't ready. Just start it, right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be big. The act of starting before you feel ready is what separates dreamers from doers. Every time you act, you grow. Every time you begin, you move closer to the person you're meant to become. Remember, the perfect moment is a myth. Confidence is built in the trenches. Progress is created in motion. The world doesn't wait for you to be ready, so start before you feel ready. Decide to act. Decide to move. And with every step, you'll realize that readiness was never about feeling. It was about deciding to rise anyway. AspireQuest. Level up one day at a time.